What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we resume our One journey. Before diving into like their Japanese title tracks and their B-sides and all of that performance videos and stuff, I wanted to go through all of the title track dance practices. So we're gonna go through all five here. I think Violeta was the one out of the five that I don't have a reaction for because the video was corrupted, sadly. So I'll try to give a little bit more of my thoughts on the song as well when we get to it. But yeah, we're just gonna go through all of them in order. I have seen, I think, all of them before, like way before I started the channel when I was first getting into K-pop. Just checking out like dance practice videos and reactions and stuff here and there. But it's been a while for the most part. I think the only one that I've seen since the channel started was Panorama, and that's because after my reaction, I got recommended a someone else's reaction to their dance practice, and I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna check it out," and it was really good. So yeah, I'm gonna throw it in anyway, just because I really enjoy it. And I'll have a few things to say because I'm sure something new will stand out to me as I watch it. But yeah, starting with Vie En Rose, we're gonna jump in. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go. Okay, intro. Wow, Wonyeon looks even more like a baby. I guess she was like 15 here. That's too young. Wow. Oh, Taewon was what, 18 here? Wow. And I don't just mean like wow at Unbi, I mean wow at the whole image. Is that Yuri next to her? It was, yeah. Oh right, I forgot. I've listened to this song like several times recently, but I always forget that Yena raps. It's like I don't think of rap when I think of One. I think of like graceful choreography and like vocals. But yeah, it's so weird to hear Yena rap, especially uh given what her current music sounds like. It's just so different. Dude, the way Cheon hits that, wow. He owns that moment. Holy crap. Is that Haewon in the center? That's not typical in a chorus. Or is that Minju? Okay, Unbi. The hands, man. Yenna kind of nailed that part. Like, they all did really well. And I think Cheon's posture might be better. And I think the camera angle on the people on like this side is not flattering to the move. But yeah, I think in terms of like the arms themselves, I think Yenna actually hits this part the best. Also, after getting a better look at her, I think that it was in the second chorus, it was Minju, not Haewon in the center. Yeah, this is Minju, not Haewon. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I think in terms of Vie En Rose, it's like a really good. If you were to look at that versus where they end up with Panorama, there's like a really solid through line musically with their title tracks. And I feel like Vie En Rose is kind of like a prototype for what they would end up with Panorama. And I really like how most of their title tracks, Korean ones at least, end with like a ramp up at the end. It's just like a really cool like outro trait that they sort of have, signature, I guess. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. There is Violeta. Now that we're here, I actually think it was Fiesta that I didn't get the video out for. So yeah, Violeta, I think I do have a reaction for. I think it's Fiesta. I'll double check after this one before I go into the next one. But I'm pretty sure now that, because I'm pretty sure it was like the third song, like the one right in the middle, that I didn't have a MV reaction for. But let's go Violeta. I also sometimes get them confused. This is Nako and that's Hitomi, right? Oh, Sakura still has the like long bob. Wow, the height difference. Going from Nako in the center to Cheon. Oh! What? Okay. She's just showing off. Like, I know Cheon is the main dancer, but the way that she hit this in comparison to literally everybody else, just look how, like, exaggerated her whole body is, and, like, she puts everything into this. Like, come on. You don't have to flex on the rest of the group like that, but that's insane. It's insane. Wow, holy crap, they're so synchronized. Interesting that now Minju and A1 are the rappers. Did it again. She just wasn't as close to the center that time. They're moving so fast. Oh, and now it's slow. The way that they just keep changing levels the whole time through. That ending part just, it goes on, like, not in a bad way, but it goes on a lot longer than I would think it would. It's always interesting listening to that song because I do listen to all of these title tracks fairly regularly. Just on like Spotify and stuff. That Unbi, out of all of the title tracks, I feel like she is the least present in this one. Like when she is singing, because in most title tracks, she's like, she belts when she sings, or she sings high at least. But she was like singing softer in this one because that's just how the vocals are in this song. And it's kind of harder to pick out her distinct voice when she's not doing what she's normally doing, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, that was a really good choreography. I think the emphasis on like being graceful is the strongest in this one so far. I can't remember a secret story of this one for the life of me, so it might be more so, but I think this one so far is definitely more graceful than Vie En Rose at the very least. Yeah, let's move on to Fiesta. So yeah, I'm going to try, because this is the one that I don't have a reaction for. I'm going to try and give my thoughts on the song a little bit as well. But yeah, mostly just here for the choreography. So let's go. Sakura's hair looks way better now. Look at the aspect ratio, they feel so far away. K1's already serving. Oh, off. Now, I've never really noticed it before, maybe because I've only really watched Panorama, and I tend to focus a lot on Yena in that one, at least from the most recent time that I watched it. But Yujin has like really strong dancing skills. She always like in the last two videos and in this one, and it's hard to mention everyone because there's 12 of them. But she's always like sort of in the corner of my eye, or even when she's in the center, just being like, she's always like very impressive. Maybe it's because she's taller, like Won Young, so they have an easier time being graceful because their limbs are longer. But yeah, very very strong dancer. Let's go back a little bit. Damn. Wow. Okay. Okay. I wasn't like when they started doing like the backwards sort of step thing, I didn't notice until they had already almost gotten in the line that they were actually moving into a line. That's insane. How many times did they step on each other trying to learn this? I mean, I guess when you've got 12 dancers this good, you should be showing off. Because that was just showing off. It's just always, she's always doing it. Cheon. But then Yujin as well is also serving, and wait, who's that on the end? Who's this? Is this Unbi? No, surely not. I can't tell because they're so far away. I'll try to keep an eye on her and see if I can narrow it down to who it is, because right now, I can't tell. Actually, it might be Unbi. I'm trying to spot her elsewhere and I can't see her. Oh yeah, it's her. Also, while she's in the center, a lot of people say that Chaewon really changed after becoming the leader of Le Seraphim. I disagree, because having seen her in the music videos and in the dance practices that I have seen so far, she has the same like killer quality to her. She's like definitely got all of that sass and confidence in there. Maybe not as much confidence as she has now with like the experience that she's built, but you can, if you look closely, you can always see a little bit of that hint of the current Chaewon. I think the difference is one, experience, but two, that this group has 12 members, whereas the Seraphim has 5. So it's like she has a lot more time to be in the spotlight and to show that part of her. So yeah, I think that's the only difference, like those two things, because she's definitely hasn't changed that much if you sort of pay attention, especially to her facial expressions in the music videos. By the time Panorama came around, she was already there. It's like just got into a group that was smaller and gave her more chance to show off, if that makes sense. Also, Cheon again, come on. It might just be the timing that I paused, but it doesn't look fair to everyone else. Hey, look at that. Hey, Yena, the knee switch. So much power. Yeah. Again, the song ramped up to the end, uh, increased the intensity. It was very familiar, but they added more to it, uh, more energy. They brought back the choreo from the first chorus in a new form, in new formations. It was the same beat, but just with more intensity and a bit more in it. Yeah, I really like that IZ*ONE title tracks do that. It's really cool. But yeah, that was Fiesta. I really like that song. I think the choreo is stronger than the song, and the song's really strong. I think when I initially was going through the title tracks, Fiesta was the first time I was like, oh shit, this group has really good songs. Like Vie En Rose and Violeta have grown on me, but Fiesta was the first one that was like, wow, like I'm in on this group. Let's see what they have next, like immediately. So yeah, let's see what they have next immediately. Moving into Secret Story of the Swan. All right, let's go. Jenna's still blonde in this one. Actually, most of their hair is the same. Except Yuri's. Yuri's is very different. Must have been pretty quick after Fiesta. I think Wonyeon had another growth spurt between comebacks as well. Wow, that was pretty. Okay, like the way that she does that, attacks the center and then just subtly, confidently moves off to the side. The way that Yuri did that, like the little extra detail of like rotating her hips at the end of the movement, it added a lot to like the energy of her in the center for that part. That part. Yeah, see? Hey, Nako, that was impressive. The footwork. Rapper Yena is back. It's Yujin again. Like I think it like her height plays into it a lot. But I don't want to like diminish the talent and the effort that she's putting into it, because she's like, when she is making like a pose, I think that's when like her strongest, like that's the strongest aspect of her dancing. Not that she's not extremely strong everywhere else, because everyone in this group is. But like as she's like moving to the side and she extends her leg, like if you just look at like the sort of line that her body's making, it's so impressive, like very graceful. See? Crazy. Okay, see, that's what I was talking about in the last one. Like, look how Chaewon looks at the camera and smirks as if she knows that she's absolutely destroying that moment. Like, that's the same Chaewon that we're seeing in Le Sserafim these days. Like, it was always there. That face, look at that. She's like so smug about what she just did. It's so cool. Ooh. Oh my god. Like literally, I know that they're all killing it. But the three, like Cheon down the left to Yena, I think it is, and Unbi in the middle, uh absolutely destroying it. Not to take away from I think Sakura and Chaewon there. Uh but the three of those, like the three of them are 110% into that. Especially Yena. Whoa, Sakura, that I feel bad for her knees. Yeah, the choreo for that one is much stronger than the song. I think it was Fiesta that I said that about as well. Yeah, that was like the choreo was stronger than the song. I think it's even more evident in this one. Uh, Not to say that the song is bad, but I do think that this one was not a step forward from uh Fiesta. It was not a step forward. It was just kind of like very similar song quality wise. But the choreography took a step up in quality, if that makes sense. But yeah, really awesome. I'm trying my best to sort of watch everybody, but there are certain moments where certain members will stand out. And I feel like for the most part, it's like Cheon because she's the main dancer. And like Eugene, least I'm noticing her a lot in these dance practices, at least, and uh, Yena as well. It's actually interesting to see how it looks to me like Yena gets more confident with every comeback in her dancing. But yeah, we'll see. Let's check out the next one. All right, now for my personal favorite era so far. I haven't seen the Japanese ones, but my favorite One era so far, the Panorama era. Let's check it out. Have seen this one fairly recently, but I'm sure there'll be stuff to talk about. Nice. I like how they did that strong hit and then it's suddenly all very graceful. Also, I'm probably going to talk about Chaewon, Eunbi, and Yena the most in this because this is the era music video, and from what I remember of the last time I saw the dance practice was that those three stood out to me the most dance-wise, especially Yena. So I'm probably going to talk about her a lot, but I'm going to try to sort of look at everybody. Oh, nice. I really like how Yuri did that, actually. I remember that part. Oh my god. Yena with the chest, I don't know if you call it chest pops, but the way that she's pushing her chest out, every time that she does like that sort of swinging arm and like the combination with the knee and the footwork, it's impressive. Chaewon kills it too. I just kind of see Eunbi in the center and I'm just like, thoughts just go away. Dance-wise, Chaewon owns this part. I will say, if you compare the intensity, I guess you could say, of the vocals in when Chaewon does this part versus when Eunbi does it later, and it probably is just to do with the difference in the tones of their voice, but I feel like, for me at least, she could have attacked it a bit more vocally in that part. And like I'll try to point it out when Eunbi does it in a bit, but yeah, I just feel like a little bit more punch in her voice there because I know she can do it. Maybe it was just like the direction of the, like in the studio when they were recording it, they wanted there to be a difference there so that when Eunbi comes in later, it's a bit more impactful instead of just feeling the same. I don't know, but that's just my opinion on that part. And if you've seen my Le Sserafim videos, you know how much I love Chaewon. That part, in like whenever I listen to the song, whenever I watch the music video, that part always gets me, and it's just it's Yena. Although it does look like the side with Sakura, Nako, and Yuri, and I can't tell who else versus the other side. It seems like one side stepped in a little bit further, so it looks a little bit off. But you know, it can't be perfect. Also, the little head move she does. Ooh. Actually, I don't know if it's just the angle, but the way that, because she's next to Eunbi and Yena at the moment, so my eye was just kind of caught by her. But the way that Minju does this next part is actually, maybe she's just very good with softer moves, but she does it really well. But the angle could also be to have something to do with it. That was cool. It's just like, did she have to do that? That's just kind of like a flex, and she keeps doing that in every song. There's a moment where Cheon will just come in, and it's about to be her part, or it is her part, and she'll just do something that's just a little bit like extra, and it's the spin for me, you know? If she could have just stepped across, no one would have complained. Yeah, see, I don't know if it might just be the way that their voices are, but it sounds like Eunbi puts a little bit more into that. Not by much, but like enough to notice a difference. But again, it's probably just the way that each of their voices sounds normally is just that little bit different, that it creates a difference when I'm hearing it. It's probably just me being weird. I I really like how much this choreo switches up between soft and sharp in the movements. I think it's called dynamics. And that's just showing off. See, that's the part I could never forget. Like, I knew it was coming because, like, even if I had seen the thing like a year ago, which I think was the first time I saw it, I would not have forgotten that part because the way that Yenna comes in and she's just like, "This is my moment. I'm the center now. Everyone else is just here to frame me." Like, that's the energy she comes in with because that spin is, it's like rude. How impressive! Like how she takes over that entire moment of the song, both vocally and dance wise. 10 out of 10. That's why Yenna has become my third bias in this group. All I can say is Umbi is hot for all of that. Yeah, that is definitely my favorite choreography from them out of all five, and definitely my favorite song as well. Like, I can listen to this one on repeat and never get bored of it, especially that last 30 seconds. I think that the last 30 seconds of this song is peak Aizwan. And I haven't seen everything. I know people say that their B-sides are a lot of where their best music is, so we'll see when I get there. But for now, this is like peak Aizwan. I think everybody killed it, especially the three that I mentioned at the start, which is kind of my bias line in this group for various reasons. But like Unbi's solo work, Chaewon and Le Seraphim, and Yenna's solo work, they all kind of just like, my knowledge of them there sort of enhances my feeling on them in this group. But yeah, everyone is killing it. That was a lot of fun. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. What's your favorite dance practice out of the five? I'd be interested to know. Same with the song. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.